Eric Garner, I cannot breathe. Michael Brown, don't shoot. Although it is a barbarism, savagery, a lack of education, we should not avoid talking about it. The United States is a country, a nation, a divided society by people of color. That's to say black people and people of white skin. I avoid saying a society divided by two races because I strongly believe that there is only one race, which is the human race. But ignorance, stupidity, a lack of education, pride, madness of power, passion to ill-treat the weakest or the lowest, forge a false conception of races among human beings. And those give rise to the most terrible, the most shameful, the most dishonest crime in the history of humanity, which are slavery, Jim Crow's laws, then the brutality of black Americans by the police officers, letters, do not shoot while raising hands, and I cannot breathe, ungratefully. Both were victims by the police brutality. The United States doesn't have a race problem. I strongly believe the United States don't have a race problem. I believe the United States have an education problem. Like I just said, this is a problem of education. The flaw of education is a social problem in the United States. It is a cancer that can destroy that society. Society must learn that there is one race for various colors of skin. People should not know that this is the color of the skin which is create an intelligent society. Color of skin cannot create anything. Color of skin is just a color of skin. Someone can be a thief, someone can be a white thief, someone can be a black thief. There is no such question because that person is black is a thief, or there is no such question because that person is white is a thief. That's ignorance. That's a lack of education. If somebody have education, if we are living in a society that well educated, that society can't know, color cannot change anything. A color is a color. People should know this is not the color of the skin which will create an intelligent society, a just society, a civilized society, but understanding, wisdom, knowledge, experience, tolerance, and respect for others. Acting as with instinct, killing others as you were a lumberjack, do not make the quality of our society. But the savagery classifies our society at a primitive level. This way of acting put our society into a deep depression. It is ignorance to think that the skin of color can make someone better than the other. The color of the skin cannot substitute for the intelligence. In other words, the color of individuals cannot determine the good qualities of that person. Often, the IQ is used to measure intelligence, but excluding the color of the skin. The value of the intelligence of human being does not have no correlation with the color of his skin. His capacity depends on his inner attitude, natural, intellectual training, and experience that the person has done in his life. A human being can give the best of himself. Any human being can give the best of itself if they place him in a supportive, favorable environment. Ethnic discrimination, physical brutality, and skin color are correlated to a lack of education, lack of civilization, and a lack of understanding, just to name a few. A person who is educated is not going to bully another because of the color of his skin. An individual who is educated is not going to brutalize, to judge another by the color of his skin. An officer who is educated, who has culture, will not bully, not going to use excess force against another because of the color of his skin or ethnicity of the person. An officer who is well trained, well educated, would understand when someone raises his hand and he yells, "Do not shoot," to do not kill, but to save with bullets. An officer who used a chokehold against an individual and the victim yelled, "He cannot breathe," and the officer did not relax the next key or the chokehold until he killed that individual. This officer should not supposed to be a police officer. It's time for the United government be aware to educate, to properly train its police officers. It's time for the activists, the governor of the United States realize to inform, educate the American people to obey police orders, not to confront them, because they are placed to ensure the safety of the weakest and the strongest. The duties of a police officer, it is to maintain peace, order, and public safety, prevent crime. Contrary with what several police officers are doing now, they are destroying the trust that the people has on them, or the people has for them. They trap the weakest and they brutalize, harass them. I have nothing against a police officer. We all know without police officer, a country cannot survive. We cannot live without police officer. I support police officer. I strongly believe they can do better with what American society is experiencing now. They are not bloodthirsty. Peace and justice have an important role in society. If there is no justice, they cannot have peace and reconciliation. We must respect each of us so that peace, justice can prevail in our society. If not, we are all doomed to act like animals. The disease Martin Luther King Jr. said, "We must learn to live together as brothers and sisters, or we will all die together as a fool or idiots." As a nation, we have to think before brutalizing, killing our brothers and sisters like animals, because other nations may think that's all we can offer to our society. And the greatest of our nation moral and democratic material may be appreciated, valued by the way we treat our brothers and sisters. Education is the most powerful weapon to change society. Education, from the Latin word educatio, same senses. It derived from ex USA, and USA means to lead, guide, control, and X to produce, to grow. Education allows a person to face his personal life, to manage, or being a responsible citizen in a society in which he operates. The first source of education must be provided by family, good entourage, and with all the social reproduction issues. Education prepares individual to assume the responsibility of his life in a free society, in a spirit of understanding, peace, tolerance, equality of sexes, and friendship among all peoples, ethnic, national, and religious. Thank you.